hello YouTubers, KBook44 here. Welcome back to another video. Yeah, sorry I wasn't here for a while. OBS wasn't working along with my editing program and my VR headset. I tried to fix it, but nothing would work. But I did end up fixing my editing program and my VR headset, so yay for that. Okay, I'll stop dragging this intro out and get to the story. But before we start, I suggest watching the past two parts, and I'll just go ahead and leave them right here on the screen for you to check out, and I'll just wait for you to come back. Hi, welcome back! I hope you enjoyed those past two parts if you looked at them, and if not, and you were just staying here and you think I'm insane, me too. Before I start, I'm reusing some avatars from the last not three parts, from the last two parts. So, these avatars, they're not the same people as they were in the last video. They are completely new people. Okay? Make sense? Okay, good. Now on to the story. So it's a nice summer day during summer break, and I decided to get on VR chat. Murder mystery, to be exact. I was playing for a bit and made small talk with someone who we'll call Marshall. Then there was another person who I met who was just 7. We'll call him Timmy. Timmy was probably the sweetest and cutest little boy I've ever met, by the way. That's not important to the story, but I just felt like it was necessary. So the day that I met Marshall, I gave him my Discord. The next day, we all played the same thing again. But Timmy wanted to talk to me. Timmy took me somewhere and asked me if I liked Marshall. You know, like. And I told him that I just met him the other day, so no. Then later on, I was talking to Marshall on Discord, and he told me how he heard what Timmy and I were talking about, and how he was a little hurt, but he knew that it was kind of stupid for him to think that. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a series. But otherwise, we were good friends after that, but I was forced to stop talking to him because of my mother, since it was an online friend. But Marshall, if you're watching this, just know I miss you, man, and I hope you're doing well. Now strap yourself in for this next one, because this one will blow your mind. So you would need to watch the first part of this series to understand who I'm talking about, so if you haven't already, go watch it. This is one of those things where it's like, you need to watch it to understand who I'm talking about. So you guys remember Noah, right? The one I had a crush on in 8th grade? Yeah, that one. So yeah, he found the first part where I was talking about him and even commented, and I almost had a panic attack when I saw that. Anyways, 2 years later of not talking to him, he randomly texted me one day towards the beginning of the school year, and we kept chatting. He then later on told me how he recently broke up with his girlfriend, and I told him about my past relationship that ended on April 1st. If you guys remember that from the last episode, yeah, that one. Then the next day, he started to flirt with me. And a part of me still had a crush on him, so I flirted back. Then a few days later, I asked him out, and he said yes. Not even a damn week later, I tried to text him, but it went straight to an SMS message. Later in school, something just clicked. What if he blocked me? I googled how to know if someone blocked you, and it said it would go straight to an SMS message. I sent one more text just to be sure, and I was definitely blocked. He ghosted me. When I got home, I was trying to figure out why. But then I got a message from one of my friends, who we'll call Faith. She asked if me and Noah broke up, and I told her that he blocked me. Then she tells me that he has a new girl. So not only did he completely ghost me, but he also cheated on me. I looked at the news that she sent me for a few seconds, and I laughed my ass off. I knew it was true because she sent me proof, and I believed her anyways. But I just found it funny that he just decided to use me. But in our relationship, he said and did some things that made me really uncomfortable, but I just didn't know how to tell him, so I just went along with it. So, Noah, no. Gage, if you're watching this, respectfully, and pardon my strong language here, fuck you. Anyways, continuing on. Not for my favorite part of the story. So, I need to let you guys know a little backstory for this. So last year when I can't even say last year, because I'm a junior now. So when I was a freshman, on the last day of school, someone yelled out my name in the hallway. Mind you, this is at the end of the school day. I turned around and saw a tall man with very long hair walking towards me. I kid you not. The first thing that popped into my mind was, damn, he's cute. His name is Brayden, but not the Brayden from the last story. This is a different one, and I'm using his actual name. I just thought I needed to clarify. Anyways, during our conversation, I felt something. I didn't know what it was, but I guess you could say it was like a connection type thing. I kept thinking about him throughout summer break. I was basically like, ooh, who is this mysterious boy? Ooh, wow. Even though he was like in half of my classes and I only noticed in the second semester. Oh my god. Brayden, I'm so sorry. Then on the first day of school, I found out that he was in my 8th period class. I'd always find myself staring at him, but I didn't want to fall for him that quick, so I pushed those feelings down. Then Noah came along, and you know what happened there. Then those feelings came up again. I'd always stare at him, think of him, talk about him, and ask about him. He was always on my mind. Eventually, I just sucked up enough courage to talk to him, and we hit it off. We talk a lot, and I gave him my Discord to talk about birds since they were his favorite animal, specifically toucans. So I drew him a white bird and a toucan as to hint about how I feel about him. By the way, I was flirting with him since the day I gave him my Discord, and he would too. Yet I still didn't think that he liked me. I know, it's stupid, but listen, I always think that people are just being nice to me, okay? You can't blame me. Then there was homecoming. I was in a very pretty dress, show it on screen, gorgeous, and I just hung out with my friends. Then towards the end, when the slow dances were happening, I found him and ran over to his little friend group. When I saw how he looked and how dressed up he was, I practically drooled. Like, he looked so damn fine. Alright, sorry. Anyways, while some slow dances were playing, I kept thinking, ask him to dance, you idiot. Do it. Please. Just do it. But as the second slow song ended, I was about to ask when it went back to normal songs. They only played 2 slow dance songs. Then at the end, when we all had to leave, we took some pictures and we went home. Then some time later, I was talking to my friends about it, and they basically said, just admit you have a crush on him already. And I admitted it. On September 24th, I was gushing about him to my friends and telling them how adorable he is. Then one of my friends tells me that he has a crush on me as well. I didn't believe her. I'm like, no, he's just being really nice to me. And she was like, no, seriously, he's told me. I can show you. I'm like, ha! I almost had a panic attack because I was so happy and very shocked. Then she proceeds to tell me that he's had a giant crush on me since last year. Well, in the time frame since I was a sophomore last year. He's had a crush on me since freshman year, basically, up until now. Then, come to find out later, it was since the first day of school freshman year. Like, love at first sight. So, then I came up with a plan to confess to him. I was going to declare war. Basically, how the war would work. Who could get the other person flustered the most first would win. But I already knew that I was gonna win this. I came up with a way to make him lose. Then I waited until Monday, September 26th. I kept hyping up my final boss and got him so scared that he kept avoiding me the whole day. But he couldn't escape the 8th period. Then at the end of the day, he was a lot more relaxed and my bus was getting closer. He then said, your bus is almost here, you're gonna run out of time. And I replied, I know, come here. Since he was so tall, he had to lean down so I could do what I had to do. He leaned down. I whispered, I love you too, and kissed him on the cheek. His reaction was priceless and so cute. His eyes went completely wide and his jaw dropped. And, you know, a little scaredy cat I ran off to my bus and just left. Then once I got home, he basically asked me out over the phone and he was freaking out. He told me how long he's liked me for, which I already knew. But I loved hearing him getting excited over me. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the story time and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully. Bye!